world that moves faster than ever and perfection is praised and comparison was constant, it's very easy to feel lost. But what if true strength wasn't about striving, true strength was about embracing who you already are?
There is no secret ingredient.
Today we're going to be talking about ancient Japanese philosophies, specifically ancient Japanese philosophies that teach us that resilience is not about force, it's about balance, that beauty is not perfection, it's imperfection. And purpose is not something that you find, it is something that you create. Today we're diving into the 3 profound Japanese philosophies, and I'm sorry I'm going to butcher these names: Ikigai, Kintsugi, and Wabi-Sabi. Ikigai, the art of living with purpose. Ikigai is a guiding principle that helps find alignment between passion, skill, impact, and sustainability. But Ikigai is not just about work, it's about everyday life too. For many of us women out there, purpose is tied to external expectations of others, relationships, success, how we look, how we act, and productivity most of all. But what if your true purpose was already within you, just waiting to be uncovered? I have a really cool example of Ikigai, and I think a lot of you have probably seen her videos on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. This creator represents Ikigai beautifully, whether she knows it or not. And please forgive, I don't exactly know how to pronounce the name perfectly. Ari Katerina, but I'm just gonna call her Ari, is known as the cleaning fairy on TikTok. She did not set out to become famous, she just wanted to help people in need. What's beautiful is cleaning wasn't just a task, it was something that brought her joy and gave her a sense of purpose. She started cleaning for free and helping people who struggled with overwhelm, physical limabilities, mental disabilities, and sharing those transformations through social media. People resonated with her kindness, her energy, and the impact she was having on her community. What started as a simple act of service turned into more than she could possibly have imagined. It turned into her Ikigai. Today, she's built an entire career off of her purpose, providing that sometimes our purpose isn't what we initially set out to do. She is a perfect example of how Ikigai can be found from within. Today, she has built an entire career off of her purpose and her work, proving that sometimes our purpose isn't what we find, it's something we create by following what feels right to us. Ikigai takes what you love, what you can be paid for, what you're good at, and what the world needs, and it combines them to find your potential purpose. How Ari Katerina's story connects to the 4 pillars of Ikigai. She genuinely enjoys cleaning and helping people. She has a natural talent for deep cleaning and organization. Many people in this world struggle with physical limitations, overwhelm, and mental disabilities to make it where they can't do this stuff on their own. And she provides them with emotional support and a solution to their problem. Through social media and sponsorships, she's able to sustain a very good career while helping people. The key to Ikigai is not about choosing a career. It's about following what comes naturally to you, what you're good at, and trying to find a career to surround that. Realize what naturally calls to you and then shape your life around it. If you're struggling to find your Ikigai, there's a very simple exercise that you can do. Draw out a diagram of 4 circles. Label them like so, and then write down 3 things in each of those categories to help you find your Ikigai, your purpose. Now, you don't have to find your Ikigai overnight. It's a very difficult process if you don't understand or know yourself well enough to write down 3 things. I know when I was younger, I had no idea. If you're having troubles trying to figure out who you are and what your interests are, then please check out our video, How to Uncover the Real You. I'll link it down below in the description. For now, just take the first steps towards what feels right for you. Section 2, Kintsugi, the art of imperfection. Imagine if every scar, every mistake, every imperfection that you had was something to be proud of instead of something to be covered up. That is essentially what Kintsugi is. Kintsugi is the ancient Japanese practice of filling in broken pottery with golden lacquer. So it accentuates the cracks in a very beautiful, very unique way. It makes it so the cracks and the mistakes are its most beautiful feature. The same can be applied to us. As humans, we're conditioned to cover up our flaws, cover up our mistakes, all the bad parts to us, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or just who we are as people. But Kintsugi teaches us that those pieces that we're supposed to hide, those imperfections, should be celebrated. It's what makes us unique as individuals. It teaches us to embrace our broken pieces.
I'm bad, and that's good. I will never be good, and that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me.
A very clear example of Kintsugi is, and I'm so sorry I'm gonna butcher the name because I can't speak well, Malala. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce the last name. Malala's story is one of incredible resilience, incredible strength, and incredible beauty. At 15, she was shot by the Taliban while she was advocating for women's education. Now, most people would see this type of event as something so traumatic it would break a person. But Malala absolutely embodied Kintsugi. Instead of letting her scars define her as a victim, she turned those scars into something beautiful for the world to see, to raise awareness to. She turned her trauma into her source of strength. She continued to fight for education, and she became one of the youngest Nobel Peace Prize nominees in recorded history. She also inspired millions of women worldwide and raising awareness to a very real issue. She turned her trauma into strength, and that is one of the most beautiful things that you can do. Malala's story reminds us that our struggles do not weaken us and they do not define truly who we are as a person. Like Kintsugi, we can take what's broken and transform it into something that is way more powerful. And that's a beautiful concept. And I think a lot of women would benefit from this particular Japanese philosophy. Think of a time that you felt broken, whether that is a rejection or that was a personal struggle or just a failure in general. Now ask yourself, truly ask yourself, what could I learn from this? What did I learn from this? And then follow that question up with, how did this particular thing shape me into who I am as a person? Then write one sentence reframing what happened as a lesson and not a flaw. Your cracks do not make you less. They make you more. Section 3. Wabi-Sabi, the elegance of simplicity. In a world that's obsessed with more, Wabi-Sabi teaches us to focus on less. It's the philosophy of finding beauty in imperfection, impermanence, and simplicity. Wabi-Sabi invites us all to slow down, appreciate the present moment, and stop chasing a life that is consistently out of reach. For now, someone I researched a while back I think embodies this very well. Her name is Georgia O'Keeffe. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Ugh. So sorry. Georgia was a very influential American artist. Okay, she embodied Wabi-Sabi, I think, long before she realized it. She probably never realized it, but she does. Instead of painting really grand and elaborate scenes, she focused on the tiny details that were often overlooked and missed. A single flower, the natural curve of a bone, the vast emptiness of the desert. She believed that simplicity had its own kind of power. And she was right. She moved to New Mexico, where she spent her years in solitude, painting landscape and flowers with a deep appreciation for the imperfections within her artwork. Her art wasn't about perfection, it was about seeing the world as it was and still appreciating it. Like Georgia, we can find peace in not having more, but appreciating what we already have. And I mean like actually appreciating, not that false bull. I mean genuine appreciation for what we have. But if you want to get a little more serious about Wabi-Sabi, I have some practical steps for you to get there. You could try to clean out a space in your home that feels very overwhelming. Practice mindful slowness. Drink your coffee with intention. Go for a walk without your phone or any sort of distractions. Be mindful and be intentional about what you do. Let go of an expectation that you've been holding on to that just does not serve you anymore. It doesn't bring you happiness and it doesn't bring you any purpose. So let me know if any of these philosophies resonated with you, or even better, let me know if you plan on starting to practice one of these beautiful philosophies. Let me know down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please take a minute out of your day and like and maybe hit subscribe if you'd really like, so we can continue this journey together. Until next time, stay wise and thrive. Later, Bloom Buddy.